Hey everybody, it's Josh with Talk About Trek, and we are back again because it is Wednesday. And on Wednesday, what do? We look at a Star Trek comic, right? Because it's the Star Trek Comic Collective. Ooh. Anyway, actually exciting news, semi-exciting. We have the newest, hot off of the presses, Star Trek comic book here in The Last Starship, number 3. Now, the unfortunate news is, I never read number 2. I read number 1, and it was a very interesting story. We're in the far future, and the burn happens. You know, if you remember from Discovery, right? All the warp engines blow up. Warp doesn't work anymore, but there's one last starship. And then Borg, Dr. Girardi comes along, and she's like, I will help you all, but we have to bring Kirk back to life. I am paraphrasing. I think more happened than that. But anyway, I didn't get to see what happened in 2. And I've not even cracked the cover here of 3. But I figured, what the heck? Let's do it here together, right? So here we have the Last Starship number 3. And I will say, I'm a fan of the cover. I am a fan of the cover. I like the title. I like how it's all it's like 3 different things here. I like this Kirk. I like trying to figure out what's going on with this guy, right? And then you got the Enterprise. What is it, trapped in some sort of field down here? I don't know. Let's find out. So anyway, let's find out what they say here. The United Federation of Planets has burned to ash. Now, in place of a legendary fleet, a single starship is left to hold the galaxy together. These are the voyages of the USS Omega. Let me see if we can get out of that light here a little bit, too. Make some room, make some room. Here we go. We're coming up. There we go. Its first mission, to stand against an all-out onslaught by the violent extremist Klingon cult known as the Black Path. Its mission has nearly failed. Now Starfleet's last hope is the Klingons' ancient enemy, a resurrected hero named James T. Kirk. Alright, so there you go. That is a Klingon following the Black Path, right? So we missed a lot of the Black Path, I'm sure, in number 2. But we're just going to pick it right up from here and see what's going on. And this is kind of our hero, right? Andorian and something else, Captain Sato here. And looks like they are in the midst of a battle. But they got some help here. They've got Kirk. So let's see what happens here. Oh, okay. So we're joining them in the midst of battle here, and he is transferring command over to Captain Kirk. And what is Captain Kirk going to do? Descending spiral, down 45, full impulse, punch it. The Klingons think they're going to give chase, disengage the targeting computer, and focus all fire aft. You don't need to hit. You just need to keep them off our heels. Sir. Comms, I've got it. We need everyone back at Earth. Every ship, anything with sublight engines and a phaser. Earth? Kirk, the fight is here. Klingons call it the Mek'leth Gambit. For 2 blades their commanders carry, lure your enemy to guard their face with one hand. While you gut them with the other. Oh, and look at that. Here's Earth calling in. Earth is under attack. Kirk knew it was correct. He calls the engine room. And I guess the chief engineer is Dr. Girardi, Queen Borgified here. Yeah, it's a weird part of this comic book, but I'm here for it. It's all right. Oh man. I'm not going to read everything out. You guys will just have to do that for yourselves. I'll just read out the very exciting things. Uh-oh. What's going to happen to this Mr. Carter here? Dude, alright. Battle on the outer hull? You know, that was one of the really fun parts of First Contact, too, right? The battle against the Borg on the outer hull of the ship. That was awesome. All right, so let's get into this. It's a full page spread here, so let's get the full look, right? Klingon warriors using batleths to hack their way through the starship here. And then he's kind of like flying around, knocking them around, you know. EMP, what's he doing here? EMP cone, oscillate frequency to circumvent personal deflectors. Uh-oh. And activate. Oh no, one come up behind him. He's dodged him. Ooh, boy, but... Did someone get him? I think he got it, man. We're clear. But I don't think he was clear. Transwarp is operational. And they're heading back to Earth to, take care of business, right? Alright, what's going on here now? Alright, here we go. Engage their transwarp. They get back to Earth. And this is the, this must be the Black Hand, right? The Black Path. The blackest fleet. Hold my hunters. Let them get here first. Man, look at that freaking throne, dude. Klingons are getting crazy. Let the first thing to die be their hope. Man. Alright, let's go. So here they are. Ooh. This is actually pretty good. See, I'd let you read some things for yourself, right? Whoa, let them burn. What are they doing? They're freaking bombing Earth with these giant red bombs? Holy crap. Alright, hold on. Oh my god, look at this. The devastation. San Francisco, London, Valencia, Rome. Sato, you have to challenge her. Their leader, your Starfleet's ranking officer. And for all her bluster, she's still a Klingon. Defeat her, and that Black Fleet is yours to stand down. Murder, that's what you're suggesting. Hachette keeps the old ways, Captain. If you challenge her... Oh, man. Gonna have to force the issue. Look at that, that's kind of weird, right? Look at that. What do you call that style of background, right? That's a thing. I've seen that before. My comic book friends could tell me probably. This dude is totally stabbed, right? Yeah, he's totally stabbed. He needs to go to sickbay, man. Just go to sickbay. Oh, look, he says the thing. He says the thing. Okay. We're still going. My back hasn't given out yet. For Cruz, Chang, and even Kales himself, was Kirk saying that? None of them could get the job done. How about I show you why? See what's left when all her brethren fell, the spirit of the fleet imbued with the hopes of a generation, in the home of the finest crew left in this forsaken galaxy. So you'll speak about her with respect. What's this dude doing? Grabbing up a cube? Alright, let's see. He's doing something. He's got a plan. And when the ghosts in Stovo Corps ask what war you're putting an end to your madness, Oh, mine's. You'll call her by her true name, Enterprise. Kaboom! And that's pretty cool. Okay. I dig the art in this comic book. Like, look at that. That is sweet. Batleth Sharp. Here we go, the challenge. Come not to a place of death seeking to deal with it, Starfleet, unless you are willing first to die. Alright, let's get into battle here. Solid Batleth tactics here. Stovo Core of Fantasy. What? Oh man, that is again. That is a very cool little panel right there too. Shing. The mind, once black, understands the truth. The galaxy is dying as it sounded the call, and the black mind answers. There is nothing before, there is nothing after. Nothing to find, nothing to build. Oh no. I need that. I can't see. Ah, okay. There is only one choice left to us, shining and true. So tell us, Starfleet. Here we go. Here's where something big's going to happen for this dude. How will you die? Batleth. Maximum scale? What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Are you kidding me, right? It's like the freaking, what's this even, how is this even a thing? Okay, wait, and so here, he tells his Batleth to sharpen, right? And then here, he sends it to maximum scale. I didn't know you could do that with future Batleths, but check that out. Yeah. That is the maximum scale of a Batleth. All right, here we go. Find no glory in death, no honor in temples beyond. We have had our time, a path carved red, a future bathed bright. Now the mind turns black, return to what it was before, and all is complete. For it is as if we never were. By Klingon law, as ancient as Kalos himself, I am now your captain. Acknowledge me. And then they all say, we are bound. Good. You have new orders. And I'm sure he's going to make them stand down. So anyway, well, that was an interesting end to that battle, right? You figured he was toast. She didn't know about the maximum size Batleth, right? Klingon vessels have ceased their bombardment. And, yeah, getting the all clear. They're retreating. This kid, he did a hell of a job. I really thought he got stabbed. Is he going to just, like, pass out here right at the end of the book? No, I guess not. Here we go. So we got Resolution 0. Be it resolved. Interesting. May the 18th, 3069, Earth leaves the Federation of Planets and goes independent. Let's read the end together. Captain's Log Supplemental. They go into the darkness on my order, back to their warrior halls and ancient battlefields. Soon the screaming starts. So much screaming it fills subspace. 29 Klingon worlds light up with dilithium detonations. Their last transmission is a roar in 1,000 voices. And then they're just gone. So what happened? Why did they all blow up? How will you die, Starfleet? I hear it in my dreams, see it in the eyes of my crew. And despite all our clever solutions and desperate bravery, I've begun to wonder, what if I already have? Why? Why did you bring me back to this madness? I don't know if it's possible for you to comprehend the calculations that have been made. My hands are shaking. I need 2 hands to hold this comic book. It's so exciting. The iterations. There's not a single one that doesn't end in fire and death every time. A fallen Federation, a Starfleet in ruins, a galaxy of ash. So it's my suffering you want? No, Captain Kirk. What I'm hoping for is a miracle. Well, you need a miracle worker for that, not Captain Kirk. Oh, and then they kiss. Oh, they smooch. Okay. End chapter 1. All right, let's look at what's coming next month. This guy, I was sure that he was stabbed by that bat'leth, but I guess he was okay. Here are the alternate covers. That's kind of an interesting one. I don't know how much I like it, but it is interesting. And that's it. We've got a ship's log, talking about some lower decks, good stuff here. What's he saying? Gotta love Riker on lower decks, and then we're talking about some compiled books here, whatever. We got the Lore War. We've got Shax's best and worst day. I do want to get that. And then here is the covers checklist. And yeah, there's just the 2. You get the one that has nothing on it, right? So, I got the good one, I think. That one's okay. I like that one better, though. And Mothra, Queen of the Monsters. Anyway, well, that was fun. That was fun, right? That was The Last Starship, the latest comic from IDW. And it's a rather interesting line. Now, I wish I had read 2. I read 1, and now I've read 3, and I feel like I'm missing something, but that's okay. Because, it's just fun to sit down and read a comic book. So anyway, The Last Starship. Thanks for hanging out and reading it with me. As always, my friends, live long and prosper. We'll see you guys in the next one. You have a good night.